formatting has to be the voices in two people's heads.
I hear voices.
The squeaky noises.
I'm attempting to not do the smoking, so I am high strung.
Very proud of you, Jim.
I developed the autistic routine of before D&D, have a little smoke. So now I'm having to go against an autistic routine and not have a cigarette.
Well, Jim.
Yes.
This is
the nicotine withdrawal and the anxiety.
Anger.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, good for you.
It does help if I turn my mic on. I've just been going for the last 2 minutes.
That's all you were doing.
Yeah.
The
way you lot made it look like I was saying something is brilliant. But yeah, well, nice one, Jim. Let us know if we can support you. But yeah, just go with the rage. Drodin loves to kill now, so you can just express it through D&D. Right, where did we get to last week?
A point of just, I can't deal with... Oh, you didn't mean... Okay.
No, please. Please, it sounds like a spot-on description.
I can't put up with these boys' shit anymore. They both have talking magic items. They're at moral opposite ends of the spectrum. And I have to pretend I can't hear them.
Yeah.
We need to have a flag to say when you're saying something that that everyone else would hear, and when you're saying something that's just in our head.
Oh, I know when it would, but
I'll get you a little.
It's because you can't do anything as you watch everything fall apart.
do I need to get like a little thought bubble that I hold up?
No, I know you do the voices very well. I know the distinction.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, what happened? You largely solved the issues in Mantle Derith. There was a beholder that got attacked by a number of drow. I think you all intervened and helped, and generally left Mantle Derith in good regard of the Zent and the Dwergar and the gnomes. Maybe not the drow. I think you pretty much, after murdering a few of them, decided that you weren't going to go and visit them. But young Drodin did find a gem, a purple gem with a purple light, sort of dark blue purple gem with a purple light in the centre. And after one of the Zen definitely went slightly out of character and started acting strangely, Drodin took it, and you quickly realised that Grazet, the Demon Lord, was either in the gem or linked to the gem of some sort. And Drodin now, please, Jim, list all of your various Demon Lord
my
induced madnesses. Yeah.
So I've discovered that I really like killing. I experienced uncontrollable tremors or tics, which impose disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws that involve strength or dexterity. And anything that can bring me happiness should be enjoyed immediately. There is no point in saving anything pleasurable for later. Which, as Tom pointed out, if I really enjoy killing, I'm going to want to kill immediately.
There's no delayed gratification when it comes to murder and slaughter.
Yeah, you might want to get that looked at.
Yes, we discussed last week after the session that I used to have more, but I died. And we never clarified if death removes the madnesses you have. So if we included the ones I previously had, that would also include I don't care about anything else except for achieving my main goal, which would be getting to Gravenhollow.
Would it still be getting to Gravenhollow, or would it now be killing people?
I think that
it would be killing people on the way to Gravenhollow, and then maybe killing the people in Gravenhollow.
Leaving a trail of blood across the Underdark.
I think it's quite safe to say, even that week where you weren't here, everyone knew that you were so locked on Gravenhollow that that was their priority, even in your absence. So, yeah, I'm probably going to say that the Gravenhollow one probably is still in effect. The fact that we're going there. I don't know what you'll do after you've been there. You did manage to get a ring from Gazrim. I don't know who's got that. Tink got it. I seem to recall. I think it was you, because you put it on your little finger and it was too big and then it shrunk and fitted.
Right.
Yes.
You've got a ring that should allow you to, when you get close to the door to Gravenhollow, not only sense it but see it. I think the difficulty is unless you have a means to see it, you can't. You also have the Stonekeeper crystal, which also apparently is supposed to be some kind of means of finding Gravenhollow. It will glow when you're in its proximity, but the ring will let you actually see the entrance. So, and then
fine, because I'm glowing brightly like the daylight.
yeah, you had a bit of a disagreement with your sword, who wants to slay all demonic entities and does not want to be in the dark again. So yeah, you've got a very high charisma sword with a very low charisma kobold stone thing. It's a great combination. It's perfect.
It's never going to turn the light off.
Yeah, and I was just say, I just imagine Tink's just slowly get she's done with your shit now, you guys. She's like, why am I still with these people? So you called the Asva. Is it still called the Asva? Or are you going to rename it? You can talk about that later. And Hemeth, and you are. The indication from Gazrim was that Gravenhollow was about 3 days. 3 days north of. Can't remember where I said. So you called the ship. I think it's 3 days north of Blingdenstone. So yeah, you called the ship, and you're currently sailing across the Dark Lake in the rough direction of Blingdenstone. But obviously where you actually go is up to you. So I'll hand it over to you. What would you like to do? It is a misty day on the lake. Visibility is quite short. The goblins sort of run around the deck. They are an amazing contrast to when you first met them. They seem to know their jobs. They're industrious. They're enthusiastic. It's quite a contrast.
I'm proud of them.
Except for
I
one
think at this
goblin
point in
who is
time, I
painting.
prefer them to the lot.
Yeah, I can see why you would. I do as well, to be fair.
It's a little uncalled for.
I'm happy to follow Droden's voice in his head, unless it feels like we're veering wildly from the directions that we were given by Zentrum Boy.
Odin, shouldn't you stand by the helm and help guide from there? Or...
I suppose I could. I don't really think it's very necessary.
Hemeth might.
If that's the preference, I can. For a while.
And I'll backseat drive to make sure we're not going somewhere entirely different.
Quite tempted to just try and stand on the prow and be a figurehead with my light.
Quite willing for you to do that.
I will be holding the light up. I'll hold my sword up so it glows, and with my compass in my hand, and see which direction we're going and what I can see ahead of us.
Okay. Let's put some light on. Yeah, it is a calm lake, misty, cool. This feel the sort of mist is cold and cool. Visibility is quite short.
I'll be there because it's misty. I'm looking out make sure we're not going to bump into rocks or anything.
Okay, give me a perception check, please. Okay. Yeah, this part of the Dark Lake is relatively open. There is not a huge amount of rocks or islands or creatures to you do travel through the day without much issue. It is at that point, Tink, get a message in your head. It's a familiar voice. Dwergar. I take it you're still alive, little Fae. Recognise it as Victor. You always were
God.
unreliable. I give you a gift. You don't use it. Let's bring about the end a little quicker, shall we? And that's all. Can everyone else
I
give me a
feel like-
perception check? Yeah, sorry, go.
Just if anyone is around me at the time, they'll just be an audible, not this guy.
Yeah, maybe Tink's just got bad taste in friends. Drodin, wow. Perceptive boy. As you see Tink go, oh, not this guy, and Serdi as well, you notice... Grim, you don't notice. Both of you notice through...
I'm asleep.
Through her quite heavy coat, you've got like a coat, haven't you? Like a frock coat. Is that right? You see like a pulsing orange light shining through her coat from her chest area. It's pulsing slowly, about once every 3 seconds.
That isn't usually there.
No.
Oh.
Tink,
Yeah.
what's going on with your chest?
Right. Team meeting. Gather everyone upstairs. I think I'm getting death threats from Victor, and now this is happening. I might be a bomb. Who knows? He was very vague, like evil guys are. Like, I'll tell you that I'm enacting an evil plan, but not tell you exactly what it is, but I'll give you a clue so you have a chance to stop me.
As you're saying that, there is another message, and it's him again.
Oh.
Sorry, ran out of words. If you use your ability, you can delay your impending doom.
Did her chest glow brighter while the voices were happening?
No.
Well,
No, it is a steady like pulse of this orange light every 3 seconds. It's slow, it kind of fades in, fades out. There's no sound, or you don't feel any heat or anything like that.
I don't know if I can reply to whatever's the kind of message he's given, but I will try.
Yeah.
I know where your daughter is. So stop whatever shit you're up to and just talk to me face to face.
Is that everything you're saying?
Yeah.
The reply is instant, almost instant. Obviously, the mention of his daughter does seem to get his interest. Where are you? Tell me.
He wants to know where we are. This is me to everyone else. There's more of us than him.
And I haven't killed in a while.
But I
Why'd you
don't
put it
want
like that?
him to learn where Gravenhollow is. So where exactly are we on the Dark Lake? And is there anywhere we could stop off?
There you go, there's the map. You're currently sailing. Actually, I never remember which way north is on this map. But yeah, you're sailing left and upwards towards Blingdenstone at present.
Raiden, are we going to have to dock and go over land at some point?
Yes. Absolutely.
Would you mind asking your friend exactly where, and I'll let Victor know to meet us there?
Yes, I will forward that query onto Grasset.
I mean, I know he can hear me, so yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh, thought you'd never ask. Well, I'll be frank with you, it's not 3 days. It's more like 60 from here. Where we need to be is north of Gauntlegrim. If
Oh
you
well,
know
we
it.
could just head to Blingdenstone and teleport to Gauntlegrim and cut out a lot of time.
You just heard Drodin say that out loud to himself.
Going back to Gauntlegrim, Jodie.
Apparently, it's north of Gauntlegrim.
We know Blingdenstone, so...
I mean, if you hand this stone to your friends one by one, they'll all be able to hear
No.
me. Drodin just said no to you there.
Why do we want to meet this Victor again? I'm sorry, but I don't remember why we needed to meet him. And
Victor's the guy who made me like this. And according to the flashbacks I've been having, we used to be friends, and then because I left a portal open, his daughter escaped through a portal, and then he became really angry at me. So he is up to something. I know it doesn't impact the current narrative of the whole Underdark blowing up thing, but this glowy heart thing is disturbing, and he was talking about my impending doom. So and let's hurry things up a bit. So I think it was a death threat, and I'd like to put paid to that before we continue, if that is quite all right.
of course, I wasn't quite sure. I was trying to get a handle on, but I remember why he has this animosity towards you, and if we're certain that this is going to be a problematic encounter.
The last message I just got makes me think it will be problematic. we have friends in Blingdenstone. So if we asked him to meet us in Blingdenstone, we'd have not just us, but an army at our back.
But would we want to bring trouble to our friends in Blingdenstone?
No, but considering the trouble they've been through, what is one man?
Is he? I mean, what if he can do that to you, though? I mean, is he? Oh,
How much trouble is he, and how much trouble are you if you explode? If that's what is being implied.
You want to roll an insight check, Veronica? I might give you a rough idea of what level he is.
I don't know what happens if I explode. I've done exploding before, not like fully exploding. It's hard to describe.
10.
I don't think I'm a danger to others,
He
but I quite like living.
he's probably between, based on your experience so far, he's probably between level 10 and 15. You're not sure if he was, to give you a game mechanism. It's just based on what you know of him.
Vince talked to 3 demon lords and survived. What's one little man? I just quite like to put paid to this now.
I understand, but we just helped, so I didn't want to invite something terrible into it. You think that's the wisest thing? You are the captain.
I don't know what the wisest decision is, but what I'm more concerned about is I don't know what this is. Can I open up like my chest cavity
Yeah.
gate thing and be like, Droden, would you mind?
You see the mechanical heart, which you've seen before.
Would you mind what?
I don't know. You've looked at Victor's book. Do you remember anything about it saying anything about when it glows?
What can I recall, Matthew, regarding Victor's book and Dink's heart?
Give me an Arcana check.
That's what I thought you'd say.
It indeed.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. You probably since the last time you've talked about it, which has been a while, you did deduce that ultimately the heart is keeping her alive, but it's also the source of her blast ability that she's got. And you're both aware that it basically stores a soul, and then when you do the blast, it consumes the soul, obliterates it, which causes a large explosion. With a 20, you are surmising there's been a slight change in configuration in the heart. Although you think Tink can still detonate it, there also seems to be a potential that it could detonate inwards instead of outwards, which would probably harm the heart and therefore harm Tink.
I will relay all of that information. Do I suspect I could maybe tinker with the heart to maybe make it not explode inwards? Remove that possibility?
Yeah, you could. It would come with a risk, but yeah, it's possible.
You say tinkered, Rodin. Do you know exactly what you would be doing, or would you just be going, red wire, blue wire?
I think it's a 50-50. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
He so loves killing now as well.
It's a win-win.
No, don't touch me.
It's a win-win for me. Either I save the captain or I kill the captain. Either way. Quits in.
I promise. If you save me, I will very likely kill a lot more people. So, you know.
I don't care if you kill people.
Yeah, but I'm really good at talking around the people who take issue with you killing people.
That is true. Well, I wasn't going to intentionally try and kill you.
Can I still message back, Matt? Or is it,
Yeah, well, you
has
didn't.
that
You
time
didn't respond to.
expired?
No, I'll allow it.
Or else I'll go. I need another favour, Dread.
I don't think. I mean, you have still got the scarabs as well. I don't think there's a time limit on responding, is there? With message, or whatever it's called, sending.
This is the other thing. If it's sending, fine. But if it's message, I'm looking around. He's close by.
No, it's send. Well, how would you know? You can roll Arcana. You can tell whether it's sending or message.
Out of paranoia, I probably would, but I feel safe to assume it's sending because he's asked where to meet.
Yeah. Sending.
I'm just going to say Blingdenstone, 3 days.
No response. Are you closing your heart back up, or are you tinkering with it?
You're allowed to tinker, but go away and read his notes again, please.
I'm also going to say, actually, Drodin, I'm going to say, with a 20, you're pretty certain that whatever this heart is set up to do, which you think it potentially could detonate, the light will flash faster the closer it is to impending explosion.
And do you think expelling malice will help or hinder or do nothing to aid in this?
I don't have the faintest idea.
Cool. Well, we'll probably like the sound of this. In the interests of wanting to put malice to rest, maybe we better find a load of things for me to blow up.
Now you're talking his language.
Well, I'm not the one exploding.
No, you just like killing things, right?
Yeah, there'll be things that just have shrapnel in them that you need to finish off, and
I accept.
I'm concerned about how at peace I am with this, but this is currently, weirdly, not our biggest problem. You have muted yourself. Oh, no, you haven't.
No, I was eating. I have no idea where we go to find things to kill.
Let's keep an eye out whilst you're navigating.
Back to Vilkenveld.
No. We're on a schedule.
Yes, we are.
So now the orders are to Drodin and Hanif, whoever's at the helm, to keep an eye out for any evil things to kill.
Okay, Hemeth, you're looking out for evil things to kill. Put Serdes at the front with his flaming sword, so it will help light the way if you see anything that, murder worthy. Can everyone give me a perception check, please? Whoa.
Ooh.
When did you get so perceptive, Drodin?
He's ascended.
I think it's because I'm trying very desperately to ignore Grazit.
Okay. It's only Drodin really that notices. You still see the light flashing. It's so it is bright, so you can see it through her jacket. You almost sense that you're perceiving something that is not fully in the material, but you can see when it pulses, it's almost like the air around Tink has cracks and fractures in it. It's very odd. And then as the light goes away, the cracks fade. It's like cracks in glass, but it is in the material plane. With a 26, potentially it is a crack in the plane, the wall between the planes.
I am going to do my best to explain that in simple terms so that everyone fully understands that, and also so that I also understand that.
Yeah. Do you want me to explain it again? Did it make
Yes,
sense?
please.
So as you look at Tink, as the light grows bright, it is almost like there are cracks in reality. You're seeing, the others aren't seeing it. It is almost imperceptible. It is some form of magic that you are seeing, and it seems when the heart powers up, the light pulses, it is damaging the wall between the material plane and somewhere else.
I think we had this epiphany a very long time ago, where I suspected that Victor was effectively making suicide bombers who would just go and level the Feywild in revenge. So I think if when it glows, and we start to see like all these little cracks that give us glimpses into other planes, I'm probably going to conclude that that's how Victor planned to circumvent it. He didn't have to send people into the Feywild. Maybe he just had to find a place that was relative to the other area he wanted to bomb, effectively, and he could just send people there, and then that explosion could maybe punch through into the other plane.
Point of inspiration.
Random punches into another plane don't sound good. So what I'm hearing is don't blow up Malice just yet.
If we're in a secluded area, you can probably get away with it.
Or if I have a really, really good reason.
I mean,
like someone really needs blowing up.
Or just for fun.
Well, you might be blowing up an assortment of people on a different plane at the same time.
Yes,
but...
this is my concern. This is why we need to go talk to him.
Now, I don't understand planes. Are planes the same as dimensions?
Yes, kind of.
Yeah, that's not good.
Most of them are like mirrors. So, imagine, take Blington Stone. The Feywild will have a version of Blington Stone in roughly the same place as Blington Stone, like a mirror, but it might be more frilly and overgrown, whereas a Shadowfell version might be a lot more kind of like cursed and undead. And I have no idea what it would look like when you start adding in places like the elemental planes of fire and ash and
probably quite fiery.
Yeah, well, yes, but I don't even know if those kind of planes would have mirrors.
So would she affect, if she were to blow up, would she affect just the one other plane, or would she affect all planes? So like if you had an atlas and each page had a different plane on it, and then like it's all close and they're all together and they're laid over each other, is she just going to explode onto the one page, or is she going to explode through all of them?
Well, I'd hope it would just be the one of them. But I have no idea until she does it, and I can't exactly go and check the ground zero in every other plane.
Could you do a little explode?
I don't know if you can turn the dial down from 11.
Oh no, I've never exploded.
Neither have I. I've tried. Nearly imploded, but different problem.
You'll hear a voice from the gem. I've exploded many times.
For fuck's sake, Granted.
Conclusion. I'm not going to explode anytime soon. Ignore what I said about finding something to kill. Well, maybe not something to kill for very dim, as long as it's evil and short, like, doesn't take us off course. We'll just hear what he has to say in 3 days' time. Onward.
Is the Hells another dimension? Or is that part of this dimension?
They're a separate one. They don't have a mirror. They're specifically like their own independent layers. They're like an onion. So like 1 through 9. And then you have the Abyss, which is a very, very dense onion, which is like 1
So
through
we've got
thousands.
multiple onions orbiting each other, each one with their own set of planes.
Well, I think it's called Bator, the Nine Hells, and the Abyss are self-contained, so they don't have alternative dimensions, as far as I know.
So it's a single layer onion.
It's effectively this. I'll see if I can find a picture, or I'll draw you a picture of the Great Wheel of Cosmology, which kind of breaks down how all of these different planes form around each other.
Okay. Could we just put her in a different plane at the explosion, or in one of the ones that hasn't got a mirror, so it just blows up in the one place and not multiple places?
We could, but we would have to ask that Mind Flayer to do it. Maybe, because I can't travel to different planes. I'm not that smart yet. He probably is.
No, but aren't we going somewhere with smart people?
Oh yes, Gravenhollow. Someone in Gravenhollow might know how to do it.
Could the teleportation circle take us to a different plane as well as to a different place? The one at Blingdenstone.
The teleportation circle at Blingdenstone.
Well,
I think I can.
Yeah, would it be able to take us to another plane or just?
I think the
That how it
teleportation
works?
circle. Typically, you can only go to ones you're familiar with.
So, who's familiar with other planes?
Two of you are now.
I'm not.
Yeah, I think I'd be the elemental plane, wouldn't I? With a sort of stone earth, but
Mm-hmm.
Guess I could do the Feywild.
so we've got 2 planes we could travel to. But does it work that way? Would they help? Are either of those planes on their own?
The Feywild certainly isn't. But an elemental plane might be.
Though I'm not sure I'd want us blowing up the elemental plane.
Sure, this will all make. We'll have a clearer idea of what to do if we can get him to talk.
Yes. That circle of truth you so adept at casting, Grim, would be helpful again.
Of course, just say when.
Serdi, as you are all talking on the deck of the ship, you still have your sword lit. You've not tried to extinguish it for a while. You see something large and white flutter through the mist. You see the mist sort of shift and shimmer. The air is parted. Something with wings, very rapid wings.
I immediately draw my sword. Attention, there's something above us, something flying around us.
Okay, draw the sword. The light is bright for those of you with dark vision. It is incredibly bright, like a fire, like the sun. And you stood at the prow of the ship, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you will see this humanoid shape, pale, white, huge wings. It's hard to make out in the mist, and as soon as the sword is out, it heads straight towards you. What do you do?
Take up a guard with my shield out. I'm going to stop it getting on the ship if it looks aggressive. I'm going to hold an action to attack if it takes an aggressive action towards me or the ship.
Okay.
Sounds like halt! Who goes there?
Do I recognise what it looks like as it gets closer?
I would
What
say
kind of beast it is?
it is humanoid. I will show you.
Does it look like, with my preferred enemy, fiends and demons, does it look like anything that comes from that plane of existence? Or like
I
something
mean,
of
it
that
could
type?
be, but it's not anything you've ever seen before. What's your perception, Tink?
Poor.
4?
Poor.
Oh, so how is it 4? That's so
As in
low.
passive.
Yeah. Where are you?
Yeah, why aren't I in the... Don't know where to find it if it's not there.
Okay,
The
9.
perception's a -1, so
Okay,
yeah.
9. You see this thing as well. I would say Drodin, obviously Serdi, and I think also Grim. What's yours, Grim? Grim's not on there either. Let's put you.
Sorry, I'm being kicked out of Foundry, so I have no
okay.
idea what any of the
So yours
stats
is
are.
10. But Tink and Grim, you don't really see this, but everyone else can see it. It is a very slender, slightly strange looking humanoid. They have these weird protrusions sticking out, almost like antennae sticking out of their head. Their eyes are sunken, and it is black with little pins of light, orange light in the center. The wings are huge, almost like moth wings. You can see as it's flapping them quite rapidly, there is dust flying off it, and it is its eyes are wide, and it is flying straight towards Serdi.
As it gets close enough for a low level sort of slightly a raised voice, I'll just say, announce yourself and your intentions. Come no closer.
It is just flying, continues to fly straight. No speech, no talking, nothing. At this point, the light of the flame, you can all see it now, and it pulls at your memory, Tink. It's like it's familiar, but you have no idea what it is. 20 feet away.
Stay back.
15 feet away.
Droden, can we have a warning firebolt, or...
Sure. Yeah, so a warning firebolt in the rough direction.
All of my cantrips are saving throws.
Roll to hit, please.
Well, I'm trying not to hit.
Okay, well, roll not to hit then.
No.
Yeah, to be fair, Droden loves killing.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, a warning shot. Yes, let me aim right for their face.
Okay, you intend to miss, and you do miss, and as you ping the firebolt off, it whizzes past it, but you see its head whip round as it sees the firebolt fly by, and it begins to pursue it back off into the dark lake and begins flying away again.
It's a moth. It's like your. Where is your?
On the back of the chair.
Oh yeah. What's her name?
Herbie.
It appears to be me. It's obviously attracted to me. I need to stop this sword from glowing.
You see it off probably about 40, 50 feet away. It turns back, and then again it sees your sword, and it is making a beeline.
I'll think of the sword, please. For now, can we just tone down the glow, at least to the point where you're glowing no brighter than the torches on the ship?
Sadie, wait. What? We could try to capture it. Do we have any fishing nets?
Yeah.
Can I like set up essentially across the front of the ship, Goblin either side of with a fishing net, and just have Surdy
Sure.
stand in the middle?
Place yourself where you want to be. Where you want to be on the deck.
Stand back from the prow a bit.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I've got a wand of viscous globules? Globs?
You have.
Something. I mean, there's always the chance I might miss, so the net might also still be helpful, but...
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna hang out here, so once we've got it in the net, I'm gonna viscous glob it to the net.
Okay.
Why are we doing this? I don't know.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
It's appeared.
Okay, so Surdy stood back on the ship a little bit more. Indeed, this thing flies back, and it will flutter. It's not incredibly rapid. It's not, it's not hugely quick. It's not hugely graceful either. It is just heading, and as it flies past you, Tink, you see this sort of almost like glitter-like dust falling from its wings, and its eyes, you can see these orange eyes, they're just wide, and it is staring at this flame. For a split second you see the flame reflected in its eyes, and it passes you.
The net?
Yeah. Viscid globs. What does your globules do? Can you remember?
On a hit, the glob expands and dries on the target, which is restrained for an hour.
Okay. So you hit it with this weird green ooze that just seems to solidify around its wings and its limbs, and it just bounces across the deck and just stops just short of Surdy with his flame sword. We can roll a charisma check, Surdy, to see if the sword goes out. And even though it is restrained, the eyes are still staring at this blade. No, it stays burning.
-3.
Honestly, I didn't think about that when I gave you that.
No, it never crossed my mind.
No. So it is there in front of you. Tink, you have a sense that it is Fey of some kind. You don't think it is demonic. Serdi, you don't think it is demonic either. It is almost in a trance, just staring at the flame. It's quite
Not acting
beautiful
aggressively.
up close, in a weird alien kind of way. It's quite beautiful.
I'll start asking it I'll be saying what it wants in different languages. I'll go cycle through the ones I know. Sort of common, draconic, giant, goblin, primordial.
Goblin, it seems to, its eyes flick to you when you speak goblin, but then straight back to the flame.
I'll go back to goblin then.
I mean, a couple of these in, I would probably say to you that it was Fae.
But it seemed to
And you would know that Fae tend to speak Sylvan, Tink.
I
I
don't
can
speak
speak Sylvan, but
I don't speak
It-
Sylvan, but I did notice it. So I'll keep speaking in goblin.
yeah,
But please, what do you want?
You see its hand that's sort of just sticking out of the ooze that is hardened, reaching for the sword, for the flame.
We don't want to hurt you, but you can't have it, and I can't turn the glow off.
It says nothing.
need-
It's just... Its expression is very, like, it looks just enraptured.
Turn to us. I think it understands me, but it's not talking back. Do you know what it is?
it's familiar, but no.
I'll ask the
Could
sword.
we maybe the sword below deck for a few minutes? Sorry.
Okay. I'll take the sword below, but while I'm going, I'll be asking the sword if the sword recognises the creature.
There's no response from the sword.
Are you upset with me?
You're taking me into the dark again.
I don't want to, but if we're going to end the true darkness down here, we need to be practical, otherwise we'll never get there. We can't
If you
do what we
intend
want.
to beat these demonic creatures, then you need to get some backbone. Force of will.
But what if we're flooded with those creatures that just seem to be attracted to the light? You don't want to kill them, surely?
It is not a demon, no.
Well, then we have to if we're swamped with them, because we're walking through the Underdark, and plus it hurts some of the creatures down here that's so bright. Odin causes him pain, I know it does. Probably Grim too. And they're our allies. We need their help to defeat the demons.
What do you ask of me?
I only ask, look, I'm here with one purpose. Purpose to defeat these demons that are encroaching this realm and put them back where they belong. I come from the surface too and want to return. We can be out of this darkness if we fulfill that mission. Out of it forever, as far as I'm concerned. But it's impeding the mission, having so bright all the time. I only ask that you hold it in for a while until we need it. And then when we've done here, we can return to the light. for good.
Very well. The flame goes out.
Thank you. I know it's been a long time, and I know that this causes you pain, and I don't wish that. But thank you.
Quiet.
I'll sheathe it and return to the top of the ship.
As soon as the flame goes away, this creature almost seems to like blink. You see the eyes, pupils go to a normal size. The face softens, and you see intelligence there that wasn't there when the flame was in front of it. But yeah, it is still obviously sort of set in this green solidified goo. I mean you no harm. I apologize, Your Majesty.
Are you talking to me?
Of course, Your Majesty, I apologize.
Quite right. I apologise for having to apprehend you, but you were quite set upon the flame.
Flames are the most beautiful thing to my kind, Your Majesty.
Well, this should harden and be able to be removed in about an hour. Sorry, but whilst we've got you, who are you?
I am Briar, Your Majesty. I have been sent here by Lord Grithnock to send a message.
Lord...
Grithnock, your father, Your Majesty.
Yes. What message?
That a feast awaits you in his halls, and that you carry something that could destroy the Feywild.
We were just discussing that. How timely. Would you have a way of taking us there?
I do not, Your Majesty. Your magic weakened the walls, and he sent me through.
So, are you with us until we can get you back?
It appears that way, Your Majesty. Apologies.
This is slightly manipulative, but I understand. I will need to confer with my companions. Thank you for delivering this message, and once again, apologies for your current state. We will try to give you some little comfort, and I will direct two of the nearby goblins to attempt to lift, if Droden doesn't mind. What was their name? Briar?
Briar, yeah.
To stiffly be laid on like that nice armchair, and we'll like put a torch up somewhere so they can stare at it for a while.
Okay. She does not make eye contact with you at any point. She is averting her gaze, which is harder when she's being lifted, and obviously her head is fixed in a direction largely.
I will probably say, Brian, you can look at me.
It is not proper, Your Majesty. However,
I don't care for proper.
I have it on good authority that the device you carry can damage the Feywild, and indeed already has, on one occasion. Your father wished you to know. When you...
I think we had a suspicion, but you have just confirmed that suspicion, so thank you. We will not be doing any harm to Feywild. Well, certainly not on purpose. We are trying to learn more about it.
The walls are weakening, Your Majesty. Something has changed. Just to remind you, Veronica, there was... You did also have the... you had Isabon's scarab.
Mm.
And you were... I'm trying to remember. I think you were told if you wanted to find her... Not that you know where she is. I was just looking through my notes. I think you had to think of Titan's Fall, and you could find her, whatever that is. I'm just reminding you because it was a very long time ago.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you. And when we have stepped away from Briar, who is hopefully as comfortable as they can be, I'll reiterate that to the party and say, do you think it's just a case of I think of it and we are there? Or I was assuming that message meant when you're going through a teleportation circle or something, think of it.
Only one way to find out.
Yes, the problem is I've now foolishly told Victor to meet us where we're going to use the teleportation circle. So I wonder if we can travel there any faster than 3 days and get there before him? Because I have a feeling, I'm not sure, I don't know what's going on, but on the assumption that, you know, a father is supposed to be a loving, caring figure, they could have some more information on what this is and how to stop it. That could be useful to know before we meet with Victor, who could just feed us a load of lies. Equally, so could my quotation marks father, but let's see.
We know of another way to get there quicker. Emeth?
Sorry, was not listening.
Can we get to Blingdenstone any faster than 3 days?
We can try and make more haste, yes, if you wish. We can go as fast as possible. Get the
And then
goblins working hard.
We have the riding lizards, so if we just let you go about your business and made our way on land on those, we'd travel faster, wouldn't we?
Yes, indeed. Oh. Sorry. Yes, of course. If you wish me to travel as fast as possible, then that we will do.
Please and thank you. Well, this is my instinct. I look around at the crew, try and get there before Victor does, and maybe take a quick jaunt into the Feywild to see Daddy Dearest before we meet him. So that earlier question you had, Grim, about whether this was harmful to more than myself, it seems there are higher stakes now. So I hope that convinces you all to help try and save my life. Thank you.
I didn't think we needed convincing, Captain.
I mean,
I ask you to.
Yep. What happens if we were to maybe store you somewhere
Oh, I don't want to go to the morgue.
I was thinking, hasn't someone got a bag that we can just put you in? Do we have a bag of holding? Am I misremembering
I
that?
think
I
you've
have the
got
bag of
two.
holding. I don't need to breathe, so I could
Yeah.
just sit in the bag of holding.
I was just, I'm.
But then who will order you all about? You won't know what to do.
We can check in the bag on quite regularly, but I don't know if you explode in the bag. Does the bag explode? Is is the bag one of the mirrors? Are there more mirrors?
It's its own little dimension in and of itself, isn't it? So it's just another dimension we're
I don't know. It wasn't on
cracking.
the. It wasn't on the picture that Drodin drew for me. And
Oh,
to tell you the truth, that was just circles.
Yeah, well,
I draw a little bag at the edge of the piece of paper. If you have seen, oh, The Good Place, it's the dot.
Yeah. I have seen that. Spot on. It is the dot.
I won't deny that that could work and would be a way to. Yes, I'd probably still explode and die, but maybe other dimensions wouldn't.
And also, maybe you don't if it just explodes outwards.
I think we're talking ourselves in circles and really need some sort of expert in this.
I thought that's why you wanted to meet with Victor.
Yes. But I'm just hoping, a powerful Fae might also understand. He seems to understand that I'm linked to whatever awful thing seems to be happening in the Feywild. Whoops. So he already knows more than us. And for some reason, I trust him more than I trust Victor. It might be the fact that one hasn't sent me a death threat yet.
Be led by you, I know nothing of the Feywild.
Can you give me Captain Tink? Or in fact, you
That's
can
Your
do
Majesty,
it as
Captain Tink,
Your
thank you.
Majesty, Captain Tink. You can do this, or you can just order someone else to do it. Can you give me a survival check, or tell me who's doing a survival check for you? This is to navigate and help you go faster.
Oh. That's a Surdy problem, that.
Probably is. Okay. Surdy, you guide Hemeth. You go up into the crow's nest for a while. Look out. You find in the crow's nest, above the crow's nest, you can actually see the mist is very low hanging, and you can see quite far ahead, and you can see where it is clearing up ahead as well. So you direct the ship, and indeed you manage to guide it into a current that perhaps the others would not have noticed once you clear the mist. And the ship does seem to, you feel it surge forward and begin to move at a faster pace. You could probably get there considerably quicker now.
Very
Is that
good
better,
work,
Captain, Your
Surdy.
Majesty?
I will, at some point I've said, while Briar's around, maybe it's best to call me Your Captain, Your Majesty. Just
Your Captain, Your Majesty.
Why don't you go for like a combination of the two, like Captain Regent or something?
Yeah, Majestic Captain or Royal Captainness.
I think Captain Regent could work, but or I don't know, Queen Captain, Captain Queen. I don't know. Well, you're not a queen, are you? You're a princess.
no idea, Drodin.
I always liked Sultana as a title.
The little raven.
No, the Lady Sultan.
I've always been partial to archons and viziers. Or viziers.
You know what? Whatever takes your preference. Just make it sound respectful, and Briar will think I hold some sort of office on this plane. No, really, it doesn't matter. I don't actually care.
I was thinking, what are you trying to impress a messenger? Okay. Anything else you would like to do or discuss before we... Okay.
I think we press onwards.
Yeah, with Serdi's guidance, you catch the currents, the natural currents, and where possible, winds when they occur, and do indeed make significant progress. And you do see the shoreline of the Dark Lake and some of the huge ruined entrances to the canals, which if you recall, so you can see those in the distance. You arrive probably after 2 days instead of 3, so you are a day early. And obviously your messenger is now free of their globules. We don't have to skip that far ahead, but obviously it's like, unless there's anything else you want to do or discuss, which we can now.
Would you be
do a
best to send a
flashback.
message to your father, Holy Sultana?
No, honestly, I'd just like to make our way there with great haste, but
We have a messenger who's, I'm thinking, on our journey probably escaped and blown off it. They could maybe take a message. That's what I was thinking.
well, I just don't know if they'll be allowed to use the teleportation circle without us there.
No, I think I just meant in advance of our arrival.
Oh, you just mean...
Presumably they can travel back without the teleportation circle, hence they got here somehow on their own.
No idea. Bri, how were you planning to get back with us?
It is a small sacrifice Briar makes for your majesty.
You didn't think you were going to go back?
I will return when I perish, as do all Fae.
No. We'll get you back.
It's no concern. Perishing is not a hardship for our kind.
I would be drawing a
will
knife,
return.
but I don't have one.
I will return in a decade or a century or maybe a millennia, but I will return.
It's noble or foolish of you. No, make the most of the time you have and come back with us.
I have all of the time. Why would I be concerned? We are forever, Your Majesty. Have you forgotten?
I have lived here for some time.
You do have with respect, Your Majesty, the stench of cold iron is about you.
Hopefully we can get that sorted as well.
Is that what your father was referring to? What do you mean?
There's... Oh, what was her name? The Zent.
It wasn't Davra, was it? It was the...
No, it was the Harper. I asked him about me, if he'd seen anything like me, because he gave us and he created the golem.
Oh yeah, I forgot you've got that. Yeah, the big boy too.
And
I thought
he told me that cold iron was inhibiting my powers. That there was cold iron in what I was made of.
Has Your Majesty forgotten the effects of cold iron?
No, but there's not very much I can do about it presently.
It is important, Your Majesty, that you do not perish while you are scarred by cold iron, for you will not return.
I'd forgotten that.
Your father has been sending aid whenever he can. He has ensured that you are between life and death and will not perish.
Everything makes sense now. To the point where we were discussing, Serdi, no, I don't think they can get back on their own.
in that case, that's not a problem. I just thought if they could, then I mean, we will be arriving unannounced and somewhere unfamiliar again, so sending message ahead would be good, but no matter if it's not possible.
It's fine, Your Majesty.
Sounds
I
like
will
they're expecting us.
remain in the material until I perish. Then I shall return.
I'm going to start ignoring them now. Presumably we arrive in Blingdenstone.
You do.
Or
Can we have a
lizards.
quick meeting with the King and Queen?
Sure. Yeah, you dock the ship where you did last time. Do you want them to do what last time? I think you had them sail out into the Dark Lake rather than wait there. I don't know what you want them to do this time. Hermouth will be like, Captain, do you want me to keep the ship here? It's like an old... at some point there would have been a canal that went all the way into the city, but they are kind of in ruins and damaged.
To be honest, I don't know what we're doing from here. Well, I do. I know we're going to Gracklestug and then Gravenhollow, but then we might have to come back this way. Why don't you just take a... Do you have enough coin to take a holiday in Blingdenstone for a bit? Take a week off?
Yes, Captain, we will happily have a week of shore leave if that's what you give us permission for.
Yes, unless we do come back. You know what we're like.
Yeah, we'll be in the foaming mug, I think. I obviously will send them in shifts so the ship is protected.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the cheese.
Blue cheese. The best. Okay.
Some things aren't down here from the surface. Blue cheese is the best.
It's very true. So yeah, indeed, you find yourself once more in Blingdenstone. It feels like it has been repaired further since you were last here. It's probably only been a few weeks, has it? Yeah, it's probably only been 2 or 3 weeks, not very long, but you can already see that the gates that were previously sealing the were-rats in the old part of the city, the ruined part, those gates are now open and free-flowing. Buildings are being repaired. Warm, glittering lights as far as the eye can see. Indeed, some of the gnomes notice you and wave and nod and smile. It feels busier than ever, very alive and warm.
I need everyone's help here. All those forces we amassed when we were in Gauntlgrim. My brain is telling me we had a feeling we were going to need to be near Menzoberranzans, so we got some of them to teleport to Blingdenstone to be nearby. Whilst we went on ahead straight to Mantle Dereth.
I think you're right. We had them travel here a bit slower, didn't we? We teleported to Blingdenstone and had them travel slow time to Blingdenstone.
I don't know if enough time will have passed for them to have got here.
No.
New.
They will probably be another 20 days. Grim is a long way away.
Did they not use the teleportation circle?
It could take so many of us, couldn't it? They were sent us, and then.
I don't think they did. No, I thought they were going on foot. Sorry.
No, that's fine. I hope nothing attacks in the next 20 days. And can anyone remind us? I know we've got one Zent with us. Did we take a couple of scouts?
You took. I think you took one Zent and 2 scouts. Seems to come to mind.
Yeah.
If you're keen to know if anyone has attack plans in the coming future within the next 20 days, I could always use sending and ask around.
No.
I think we took
What could possibly go wrong the 4th time?
No.
We got 3 Enclave scouts with the riding lizards. I think we took those and one Zentarim. And that was who we took, wasn't it, Matt? I think.
Yeah.
Good to know. So my thinking is we sit with the king and queen. We're like, hey, these people are all coming to help out. Also, a guy called Victor is coming to meet us here. He should be here tomorrow. We anticipate the meeting will not be friendly, but we would not like to bring any harm to the people here. I am not asking for your aid in apprehending him, just we have these scouts and a Zent who can keep an eye on him until we return back.
Who are you saying this to? The queen or the king? Or...
Yeah. Let's go with the queen's always much more amenable.
Okay. Yeah, that's very concerning. We have rebuilt a great deal. Who is this person that we need to worry about?
He only seems to have beef with me.
With you.
Yeah, he did all these things to me. And now, I don't know if you remember, this wasn't glowing last time. So, is coming, we hope, to
Parlay?
fix this problem. Yeah, help fix this problem and we'll fix his problem.
Right.
If it comes to fixing the problem is killing him, we will do everything in our power to make that happen outside of this city.
What does this person look like?
I will have brought the goblin. No, wait, I will have anticipated this question, and the goblin with the paints will have drawn a likeness.
It's probably not quite as detailed as that one, but... Right, I think he is already here. He has quite an entourage. He's a strange mechanical lizard.
When you said entourage, I heard army and I was concerned.
And a mechanical thing. No.
Sounds about right. Well, we have some
we
business.
worry about him?
I don't think so. I don't see why he would mean any harm to you. He means harm to me and to the Feywild, I believe.
Right. Well, that's I think I'll increase security anyway, because we don't want any trouble. It's been very peaceful here. We are prospering. The mines are open. It has been a great success since you helped us. The Uzis are gone.
I'm very happy to hear that.
The
And I'm
air
sorry
is
to bring this
fresh.
to your doorstep.
It is fine.
But we have some business to attend to in the Feywild if we could use your teleportation circle.
Of course.
I don't know if he will have noticed that we've arrived or if he gets word of it. I'd rather he didn't know we were in the Feywild.
Well, we won't send a message to him. He's just in the foaming mug. Booked a room, says he's here on business, wants to buy spell gems. I did notice that he has many of them in his armor.
I'm going to make a note to myself to ask the Zent and the Scouts, who I'm going to ask to take shifts, watching him all of the time, to notice if he ever takes off his armor.
Okay. Sure.
Just a little thing, Captain, Your Majesty. But we just sent all the goblins on shore leave to the foaming mug. Perhaps we ought to let Hemeth know to go somewhere else while they're in the town, just in case he overhears things.
I could always just go and keep an eye on the goblins. But then that would...
To the Feywild.
You're not all going to the Feywild?
Going to the Feywild. But I suppose, does he know what you look like? Do you mean just pop in and let them
Poke my
know?
head in. Yes, he's the one who initially accused Jasper of being a slave trader.
Oh,
Or was
okay.
that the other one? I can't remember. He has a split personality, it seems.
How about we just tell the goblins not to say anything?
Because
We
we're
can give them
already...
extra shore leave money if they promise not to say anything.
What a terrible idea.
Drodin, you notice that Tink's heart is not flashing.
On the bright side, very calm. It's not like your stomach's about to explode, or your chest, rather.
And as you look down, yeah, the light is not flashing.
I'm wondering if he may know we're here already. He seemed to know a lot about you from what you said before, what you hadn't been doing. And it's odd that it's gone out now that you're in the same town as him.
This is also my concern. Maybe we should just leg it to the Feywild right this second. Any objections?
No.
Quick draw. The goblins can say what they want about me. Quick smart, everybody.
We pop then.
Are you leaving already?
Yeah.
We'll be back.
I think some expediency is required.
You're not going to have a pint and some mushrooms?
when we get back.
Very good. Okay.
I would like to very quickly ask, was that Matthew going, have prepared the Feywives? Please delay.
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
everything's been prepared for a long time. You can go where you want, honestly. You can go straight to Gravenhollow if you want. It's all good.
Ooh.
Sorry, I don't know why that
Before
made me
we go anywhere, can I run an errand?
I don't think he'd recognise you. Yeah, of course. You know where to meet us at the teleportation circle.
Okay, can I also have 100 gold, please?
You can have 200.
You
Well,
buy
I
me a
don't quite
jacket?
need that much.
I'll just bring back the change, just in case you see anything, any like impulse purchases.
Okay, what's your size and what kind of jacket do you want?
I just want a plain, simple dagger that's good for stabbing.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said jacket.
No, dagger.
Why did I hear jacket?
I don't know.
Okay. I was like, oh yeah, I'll buy you a jacket. Okay. In which case, can Grim go off and buy was it a dagger that you asked for, Droden?
Yep.
Maybe not a
Okay.
Sure.
Can I buy it? Can I buy him a plain, simple dagger that's good for stabbing?
Get
I
it.
don't know how much that would cost.
Like 2 gold, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not very much. It's a couple of gold. Yeah.
Can I also
two
get
gold,
him
yeah,
like
it is 2 gold. Well remembered.
Can I also like I like the idea that I just see like a stiletto knife that looks a little bit like a wand,
Yeah.
and I just like the idea of the wizard being able to have a stiletto knife. So if I can get him that as well, and then can I buy 2 platinum rings worth 50 gold pieces each, and can one of them be very, very small, the kind of size that might fit on a fairy?
Of course, yes. Of course.
Grim will, as he walks back with his little satchel full of weaponry, I think he'll plait his ring into his beard. And then, yeah, when he gets back, here's your dagger, and I got you a little something extra just for good luck. And hand those over to Droden.
Oh my god, I love the stiletto.
It seems your style.
I think it's
I thought
absolutely.
with the billowing cape. Yeah.
Oh, I don't have the billowing cape anymore. Sadie was given that ages ago.
Oh God, I can't keep track. I need to get you a billowing cape then.
Oh, but it's good.
Oh.
It's easy to stash somewhere.
Yeah. Captain, can I have a word?
Hello, yes.
So, don't take this the wrong way. I'm not proposing. You're a bit too young for me. But, here you go. And I'll just hold out this little platinum ring with like a tiny, absolutely tiny kind of IV style inscription around it. Wear this, don't take it off. Please don't die. Because if you do, I'm fucked.
I'm going to assume that this is magical and useful to us in some ways, so
Yeah.
No arguments from me. Warding Bond is not in my spell list, so I don't know.
But we will keep it that way.
There seems to be a trend of this group having paladins that exclusively just go, Veronica, here is a warding bond ring.
I mean, Malice did it for Serdi as well.
And
But that lasted like one game before she was gone.
and her did it for Cass in Icewind Dale.
Yeah.
And Luca, Cedric did it for Strahd in Curse of Strahd.
Yeah.
Yes. Cedric got tricked into awarding bonding with Strahd.
That is probably
So-
my proudest moment.
Yeah, well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So when it comes to it, so it only lasts for an hour, so it'll happen. There'll be, as soon as fights seem to be happening, Grim will kind of enact it, however that is. And then when that happens, if you are within 60 feet of me, you gain a +1 bonus to your AC and saving throws, and you'll have resistance to all damage.
Damn. Everyone's
Well,
protecting me.
Well, it might just stop you blowing up too badly.
Thank you very much. It's very thoughtful.
Don't tell the others, they might get jealous.
Yeah. Yeah. It could look like favoritism. Well, I know you said it wasn't technically a proposal, but would you like to come meet my father?
Not gonna lie, but considering that you are in a position of power in this relationship, like the power dynamic is quite skewed, as you are my captain, that feels highly inappropriate. But okay.
Get that. Apologies.
Not even forgetting the age difference. I mean, Tink's much older than Grim.
He doesn't know that.
No, nor does Tink.
Tink doesn't know that.
Okay, so where are you heading? To the teleportation circle or to the tavern?
Teleportation.
Teleportation circle. Okay. So you make your way
with
through town
Briar.
with Briar. Okay, yeah, she is. You are having to steer her. She keeps trying to fly off. There's so many warm lights everywhere. It's like she is in heaven. She's just gazing at all of them. She's completely enraptured every time she sees a warm light of any kind, or any kind of magical lantern or a torch. She just starts to drift towards it, just staring at it as if it's the most beautiful thing she's ever seen. So you do have to keep gently
After a while,
pushing
maybe,
her on.
yeah, Darendil just sort of
Pick her up.
yeah. Don't want Victor to see us. Place to be. Got to go.
But yeah, she doesn't say very much, but occasionally she'll just be like, "This is the most beautiful place Briar has ever seen."
I find it quite triggering when NPCs talk in third person. If you could say I.
Why is that? Because of a pedo? Yes, of course. But yeah, you make your way to the teleportation circle. It is as you remember it. What do you do?
I describe the place from my flash. Was it a flashback? Yeah. The hall where I saw my father, and he was like, "Oh, I've been waiting for you."
Okay.
And asked Briar if that's the place where he is now and where we need to go to.
We need to go wherever you wish to go, Your Majesty.
Oh, no, you specifically came here asking me to say that my father wanted to see me, so I would have assumed you'd know where my father is.
Your father's hall is warded, Your Majesty. I apologise that you have forgotten. It would be unsafe to teleport there. But we could teleport nearby. Perhaps your father's magic would allow you to pass, but I am not certain.
Can you think of somewhere nearby?
Bonehill, Your Majesty.
Can you describe it to all of us, and we will try to keep that image in our head as we attempt to teleport?
A hill formed where a giant fell. The skull extruded from the ground, the rib cage gives shelter, and a beautiful fire burns nearby. The most beautiful fire you have ever laid eyes upon.
I'm sure it is, and I cannot wait to see it for myself. Keep that image in your mind, please, whilst I'll signal to whoever does the teleporting.
Okay. Okay, so just confirm who's... Darrendel's with you?
Yeah, always got to bring Darrendil.
Are you
He loves a little holiday.
You're not taking any of the other NPCs with you? Just her?
No, I don't see the point. I think leave the scouts and stuff on Victor watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goblins on a jolly.
Okay. You have that sensation of just your stomach dropping as the floor, not just the floor, but the whole of reality just drops out from under you, and then darkness. Then you find yourself in a dim landscape. You can see these huge white spikes coming up over your heads. Which as you look around, you quickly realise it is a huge rib cage of some giant humanoid. Behind you is the skull sticking out of the hillside, and below you see two bridges formed of the leg bones of this giant, and a campfire burning, with two more of these moth-like creatures just staring into the flames, just sat around it, just enraptured. And as soon as you appear, you see Briar, and she is just like, "Ah, the flames," and she will just start to rush away.
Briar, where?
And she's there. She sort of sits down with the others, and they just all continue to stare at this fire.
I mean, just to look around. What else is there beyond this hill?
It is scrubland here. There are trees, and they seem to move even though there's no wind, weirdly. There are huge numbers of crows that seem to be circling above and flying around. It's a strange place. The sky is dark, but the stars are shining in a way that you've never seen before. They are so vivid. You can see stars and galaxies and spirals and these strange orbs that drift in the sky with light. It is like overly vibrant. It is really strange. But to you, Tink, it feels relaxing and reassuring in a way that you've not felt for a long time. As I say, the only route away from this hill, there seems to be basically the leg bones of this giant that bridge this little pool and seem to disappear off to the east. Drodin's already going.
If there's only one way off. Can I how do I describe this? Attempt to just sort of not think about where I'm going and just let my body take control and hope there's familiarity or a
Okay.
path I can sense that I should take.
Sure. Give me a... Give me an Arcana check with advantage.
Mm.
13.
Oh, even with advantage.
It's
I have
weird.
a +6.
+6, yeah, it's pretty good as well. But yeah, 13 is not the best, but it's not terrible. You try and focus and try and get your bearings. Where do you need to go from here? You can't explain it, but you feel a pull in two directions. It is very strange. You feel a pull to the south, or what you think might be the south. And when I say a pull, it's like the smell of rich soil and, you know, that smell of leaves in autumn when they begin to dry and rot. But you also feel a pull to the north. And by pull, it's a cold wind, like an icy breeze that just pulls at your hair and tries to draw you north.
I'm not sure. I'm just going to tap Briar on the shoulder and say, which way?
Join us, Your Majesty. Enjoy the warmth of the flames. She does not look away from them.
I hate pulling rank. Briar, I demand you tell me which direction my father's place is in. That was poor English.
Join us, Your Majesty, and we will tell you all.
And I have to check if I've got it first. I do. Can I just use prestidigitation and put the fire out?
You can. You can. Is that what you do?
Yeah.
The flames, poof, instantly gone. Extinguished. And the three of these creatures just seem to like blink and look around, get their bearings, and stand. And then as one, they all bow.
Please, could you show us the way?
Of course, Your Majesty. Where is it you wish to go?
My father.
Your father. Very well. It is this way. And she will take off in the sky and begin to fly to the south. It is not... She's not flying particularly quickly, so you can follow on foot. I know you can fly, but it is a walking pace. And you travel through this landscape, and the further south you go, the more autumnal it becomes. The trees are gold and red and orange, and the leaves crunch under your feet for those of you walking. It is warm but not hot. It's like you can feel the air cooling as you walk south. The soil smells rich. The sky is even clearer now. You can see whereas normally it appears that there's perhaps hundreds of stars, you can see now that there are thousands, maybe millions, so many of them that they form sort of a white river across the sky. It is a beautiful place, and the colours become richer and richer the further south you go. And after a time you come to a huge wall of massive oak trees, huge and dense, biggest you've ever seen. They still hold on to their golden leaves, but many of them are on the ground. And you see these two huge humanoids, as big as one of them, as big as that skeleton you just saw, but he's not made of flesh and bone. He's made of wood and trees, and they seem to wait for you at the edge of the tree line. It is this way, Your Majesty. Do not fear the Spriggans. They are loyal to your father and therefore to you.
If this all turns out, I'll turn to everyone else. If this all turns out to be a horrible decision and they try to kill us all, please, save yourselves.
At some point in the walkover, Grim will have tapped Tink and initiated warding bond just in case.
For how? Okay, but we don't know how to get back. Let's point that out. So I hope it isn't a bad decision.
I was waiting for someone to say that.
Work it out. He seems like a powerful man. Here goes.
Okay, so you're stepping forward.
Mm-hmm.
Say these huge tree-like creatures, they both, as you approach, they both step aside and bow deeply. Do not say a word. You part. You walk your way through the trees. As you walk through the trees, you come into a huge opening. And weirdly, as you pass through the line of trees, it is almost as if the sun is rising or setting, you're not sure. So you have that warm orange glow of sunlight, this rich, nurturing light that is just all around you. You've gone from seeing the stars to now this weird sunset sort of moment. You see a huge set of stone steps going down into a sunken area with a banquet table in the center. Sorry, your tokens are already on, but you head down the steps. You see more of these huge tree-like creatures, and you also see a number of smaller goat-legged human torso, but their head also seems to be that of a goat, who are just trotting around, seemingly putting plates on the table. You see huge barrels of beer lining the edge of the area. Some of them are filling jugs and placing them on the table. There is a huge banquet laid out before you. Every food you can think of. If each of you has a favourite food, it is there. Let's go round. What's Serdy's favourite food?
Malachite.
Malachite. There is a huge steaming bowl of malachite on the table. How about Drodin? What's Drodin's favourite?
I don't know. I've not really thought about it. It would probably be something that involves a lot of pineapple. So maybe like a
Pineapple upside down cake.
that would be a pretty good dessert, yes. Or like some battered pineapple fritters would be a good dessert. I feel like you'd probably go for like a sweet and sour or something like that, or a sweet chili kind of thing with a load of pineapple thrown in.
We're going to make each other hungry now. Yeah, I mean, there's all of those things on the table. It's almost as if you start thinking about them and you look down and see them all there. Look delicious and fresh, and you can smell them. What's Tink's?
Oh, sweet tooth. Based on what's available in this world, I'd say some sort of treacle tart or sponge pudding affair.
Okay. Oh, well, there are both of those things. There is cream, custard, iced cream, like anything you can imagine to go with it as well. Drody's just straight sitting down. Like, I'll take a seat.
I've also noticed that Seb is here.
Oh, is he? Yeah, he's not. Sorry. Oh, just deleted everybody. Yeah, Sev is not there. Sorry. Last but not least, what is Grimm's favourite food?
I think Grimm's favourite food will be like a really hearty stew, like a game stew, lots of like root vegetables in it, and a bread that's like more torn than sliced.
I'm imagining he's a kind of suet dumpling man.
Yeah.
Gotta have some dumplings in there. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm very hungry now.
Yeah, sure,
Again, all of these foods are there, and it almost seems as if you, as you look at it, if you think of something, it seems a moment later one of these strange goat-legged, goat-headed humanoids will come and place something on the table that matched what you were thinking about. One of the huge Spriggans, the tree people, will just, again, he will bow, or she, you can't really tell, will bow with a creak of creaking wood, and then will gesture for you all towards the table. Please eat.
I think it's safe to eat, I'll say to everyone. From what I remember, rules of hospitality, this would be expected.
What do we owe for the food? I mean, do we have to pay? Is it like an inn?
No. From what I remember, when you welcome someone into your home, or wherever, rules of hospitality apply, so they must be cordial and provide where possible. So I don't think anything is owed here.
Okay. Guess I'll tuck into the malachite.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. It's whatever.
Grim will not
I
eat
don't know.
food.
Grim will not. Okay.
Neither will Tink, to be honest. She'll just hover around, trying to look like she thinks she's meant to look, like regal and maybe nodding at the Spriggans, but just quite awkward, really.
As you do that, you're thinking and you're looking around. The others of you will notice that Tink's hair turns red and seems to grow in length instantly. Don't think Tink would notice with a 9 though. And she looks a little taller. Not a lot taller, but she's normally like 1.5 feet. She's maybe 2 feet now. He seems to have grown slightly. can see Derendil looking at the table.
Derendil, don't stand about.
Can we eat this, or is it not recommended? I'm kind of
It's fine. Go on.
Following your lead. You look a little bit.
I'm just not hungry right now, but please.
What's going on with your hair?
I look at my hair.
It's red. And it seems to have grown longer.
Weird Feywild stuff, I guess.
Okay. I'm starving, if you don't mind. And he will sit down next to Drodin and start eating.
And Drodin's eating as much as he can at the same time.
Okay. Okay. How long
do we wait around?
Well, how long do you wait? How long do you want to wait?
I don't know. I'd maybe give it 5 minutes and then ask a Spriggan when my father will be joining us.
The Spriggan will bow. Your father will be here in the blink of an eye, Your Majesty. And you wait 5 minutes and then he doesn't turn up.
Okay, so 10 minutes have passed.
Yeah, it is probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You begin to wonder if he is ever going to turn up. And then Grim, at one point you're eating your stew, you're dunking the nice torn bread. You're not eating it, no. I mean, it looks delicious. It's in front of you, but you're not eating it. You look across
He's been told that not to eat anything Fays give you.
Okay, that's fair enough. And you're all waiting around, you're probably looking outside of the grove of trees to see where it is. And then, Grim, you suddenly realise that there is someone sat next to you. They have their feet up on the table. They sort of looking at you with this bemused smile on their face. White hair, horns, huge pointy ears, very, very long. He's probably about 7 foot tall. He is quite large. There's a wreath of autumnal leaves around his neck, and his feet are on the table. They look humanoid. Boots, the lot. He is quite handsome. You're my guest. Please tell me you're going to eat that.
Not right now, but I might partake later. Waiting for everyone to be sat.
Have I offended you with my hospitality? Is it not sufficient for you? Please. Is this not what you desire?
I'm not one for eating on the job. Can't risk distractions. And I do apologise. We've not actually been introduced. I'm Holgrim. May I ask who you are?
Yes, you may.
And so, who are you, sir?
This is my home. Welcome to the Autumn Court. You can call me Grithnock. I'm not going to give you my real name, I'm sure you understand. Where's dearest daughter? Did you bring her?
Can I look around it? Can I see the others?
Yeah, you can see Derendil eating. I don't know what... I think Serdi's eating as well. Eating rocks. Is Tink still stood by the stairs? Are you still waiting, or are you sat down?
Hovering. No, she'll have been hovering about her version of anxious pacing.
Okay.
And have they noticed that Grim's having a conversation?
That's up to them.
I would hope so.
Yeah. It's almost as if you looked away and looked back and he was just there with his feet on the table. So it's very weird.
I can't move my token, but I will flutter over
You
and
can't move it.
Sort of-
Okay.
puff up my chest a bit. It doesn't mean any offence, but he doesn't need to eat if he doesn't feel like it.
Oh, Fane, is that what? What's this form? What's this glamour? You can shed it. You can shed it now.
Glamour. Can't shed it. Dear me, I thought you had some idea of what had happened.
You
I
can
hoped I would find answers here, but
you can shed it here, I promise.
how?
Just will it to be.
I will close my eyes, screw them up, think really hard to myself. I don't look like this. I look like Orphane. I look like Orphane.
Okay. The others will see Tink rapidly increase in size from what 2 foot tall. You did seem larger to just shy of 6 feet tall. She is suddenly, her hair is still red. You see small antlers coming from her head, long ears, slender face, pale skinned. Your clothes change from the rugged pirate outfit that she normally wears, the frock coat, to this long green and gold robe. You feel taller. Suddenly your feet are on the ground. Your wings are no longer there. And he will just be like, there she is. There she is. And tell me, where's your brother? Did you bring him?
He seems to have told you. I don't remember who I am, so I don't know to whom you're referring.
The one who sighs. You've met him. He was slain with cold iron, but he returned somehow. My spies told me he was with you. Is he not?
Far as I know, my name is Tink. I woke up 2 years ago in this fairy's body and don't remember anything.
Can't have that, can we? So you don't remember me?
No, not really. I know I recognize you from what felt like a flashback or a dream, but you addressed me, so I feel like we've met.
Well, yes, you did your scrying. I thought you'd gained your power back when you scryed on me. But no. So the one who wears shadows, the one who sighs, is not with you. I'm sorry to hear that. Anyway, enough of the sad subjects. Let's feast. Let's eat. We are reunited. There is all of eternity to find your brother. Please, your friends are not eating. It offends me. What would you like to eat?
To Jordan just shoveling food into his mouth.
It's pretty much just not. It's just Grim that's not eating, I think. And you?
So don't let it offend you. Will that feeling away? That's how it works here, isn't it?
Yes. You do have the stench of cold iron about you, girl.
Do you fix that?
We could try. The problem with your predicament, if you have indeed got cold iron bound to you, is that you will harm any Fae who come in contact with you also.
No hugs then.
Not
If
just yet.
if you can repair the damage that's been done by the cold iron, I can remove it if you fix it.
I mean, here, yes, the damage can be fixed relatively quickly. But where is this cold iron? Can you show me? I really intended this to be such a more upbeat meeting. It seems there is much weight upon your shoulders.
Sorry, I don't remember you.
Well, never mind. I've looked after you. From afar. And so shall I continue. Can you show me?
And I'll try screw my eyes again, try to think. Okay, I'm Tink, and
Yeah.
assume that I go back into Tink form.
You do. You
and
go straight back to Tink.
can point out all of the metal bits.
I cannot remove this from you. It would harm me. But if your companions would, then yes, you can be free of the curse of the cold iron.
Would it?
Kill you? Yes.
Don't want that.
It's not forever.
Of how long would it take to come back?
1,000 years?
No.
We don't have that kind of time.
In 1,000 years, the Underdark might no longer. It will exist in some form, just a ravaged, very dire one.
It will kill you to remove it.
And this is how I am for now.
Well, you could. Do you not have healing magic? Surely you do. Surely you do amongst you. One of you can heal. The suggestion would be slay her, remove the cold iron, and then heal her before her soul leaves the body. I mean, you're a fae. Your soul is your body in a sense, but
Don't think all of my soul is in this body.
really? And he
Think
will sort
some-
of, he will lean down to you and sort of almost gently take your face because you're back to being tiny, and he will gently try to sort of turn your head, or try to, whether you let him or not is up to you, and he's almost like staring into your eyes. Who did this to you?
A man named Victor. Oh, Dwergar. We're back on the material plane. We're about to meet with him to see if he can give us some answers, but as you can probably guess, I don't know that we'll get them because I think he means me ill. Well, I think he wishes me dead. And because of what he's done to me, can take part of the Feywild with it. With me.
Why would he do this to you? Why would he do this to my darling daughter?
And Isabon.
Isabon. Isabon?
Gold Freckles.
I know her, yes.
Who is she here?
She is bound to the three. Foolish child made a pact when she was small. With Veretti and the others, yes.
She's his daughter. Somehow it's my fault.
Well, bring him here. I shall turn him to dust.
I don't think he will come willingly. Actually, if he thinks Isabon is here, he might.
Isabon is here.
Like, here.
Well, not here, but to the north, yes.
Is there a way of asking her to come here?
She is bound to Veretti. I cannot bring her here. My court is of autumn, Veretti's is of winter. Unseelie, you may know them as. Your mother is of the summer court, and I am in between. As is your brother, the one who wears shadows. You did meet him, didn't you? Your brother was slain with cold iron. And when a Fey is slain with cold iron, then they are cursed. They perish. They will never be reborn. But the Raven Queen, for some reason, saved your brother and sent him back. Some greater purpose. I hoped he was with you. Losing a child as a Fey is the most painful of events.
He was with us.
And he is alive?
As far as I know. Yeah.
Then we shall find him. We shall find him and we shall be reunited. But first we deal with your problem. What do you want to drink?
Fade to black?
Fade to black, yeah, we'll pick that up next time. And we'll end it there.
Revelation.
Yeah, kind of. Maybe. That's why I was trying to persuade him to come back so much, but yeah.
Sorry, that felt very me-centric.
Yeah, I apologise. As well, let's put it.
I forgot I was tearing holes in the Feywild.
I just wanted to
Because I
remind
stopped.
you. It's because you haven't blown up for a while, sadly. I thought you'd be using that all the time. And then that pesky cleric died and you absorbed their soul and you're like, well, I can't explain to my friend unless it's really cool.
No, you can explode up just for the fun of it.
Yeah, exactly.
It needs to be a big one. I'm thinking, let's explode Victor.
Nice. Like it. That would be
I feel like Senny and Dorbo might have things to say if you blow up half of Blingden Stone just to take Victor down.
Blow up mile radiuses.
Take him out into a very big cave. Okay, but yes, whilst you are in the Feywild, you can use glamour, so you can change your appearance effectively at will now. It's like a very, very effective disguise spell. But yes, that's what a Fey looks like.
Did Tink eat?
No, I don't think so.
I'd be very upset if there's consequences to eating after you just thought it was fine and then didn't eat yourself.
If you were really upset about it, I'd take the smallest thing and go, look, fine, no.
Yeah, definitely tricksy Faye, getting you to eat everything.
To be fair, I trusted the Faye when she said, "Yeah, it's fine."
More for you.
I keep falling this trap.
Okay, right, we'll call it there then. I shall end the stream.